Example number 3. Anna wants to invest $6,000 so she can buy a new car in the next 2 years. You go, Anna! Anna has the following investment options. A, 3.6% compounded annually. B, 3.6% compounded monthly. And C, 3.6% compounded daily. Compare the interest earned by each of these options after 2 years. Now, the easiest way to compare the interest earned is just compare their future values, because we know what's held constant here. We know that for each option, we're always just investing $6,000. So the higher the future value, the more interest you've earned. So let's compare let's figure out what option A is. We're going to use our compounding interest formula. So A equals P times 1 plus I to the power of n. Principal is going to be the same. It's going to be $6,000. Our I, now let's think about it. We're going to be compounding it annually. So we're going to just say 36. We could say divided by 1, but that's just silly. The number of compounding periods is the number of years, which is 2, times the number of compounding periods per 1, and that's just going to be 2. So our n value is going to be 2. So let's fill this in, shall we? So $6,000 times 1 plus 0.36, all to the power of 2. So when I simplify this, I will get $6,439. Oh, that's $439.78. So just a quick little subtraction here. The amount of interest is $439.78. Let's look at option B. So option B is compounded monthly. So our principal is just going to stay the same, 6,000. Our I value, though, the interest rate per compounding period, is going to be a little different. It's going to be 0.036 divided by 12 because it's compounded monthly. The number of compounding periods, well, we know that we have 2 years of 12 compounding periods each. So the n value is actually going to be 24. So when I put this into my formula, A equals P 1 plus I to the power of n. I'm going to write 6,000, 1 plus 0.036 divided by 12, all to the power of 24. When I put that all into my calculator, I get $6,447.24. So that means if we're compounding it monthly after 2 years of 3.6%, we know our interest is going to be $447.24. Which makes a lot of sense, right? Because the interest with the annual is going to be less because the amount of interest is reinvested only 1 time a year, whereas the interest earned is reinvested 12 times per year when it's compounded monthly. Let's check out the last option. Let's check out the daily. So P is still 6,000. I is going to be our annual interest rate, 0.036 divided by 365. I don't want to see what that decimal looks like. Our n is 2 years times 365. So that's going to be 730. So we have A equals P 1 plus I to the n. substitute my P, 6,000, 1 plus I, which is 0.036 all over 365, to the power of n, which is 730. I put that into my calculator, I get the final answer of 6,447.91. Now, just as a little aside, make sure that you know how to get from this step to this step. It's an important skill. And I say, you know, here it is, you plunk it into your calculator and this is the answer you get. But make sure that you take some time to know how to go from this line to this line. That's just my little aside. So the amount of interest that we have here is $447.91. That's not a whole bunch more than this one right here. But we notice a pretty decent difference between the annual and monthly. But once we go from monthly to daily, we experience less difference.